How to write a number as a product of primes. Here I'm going to write 30 as a product of primes. I look for two numbers that multiply to make 30, which is 3 and 10. When I come to a prime number, I stop. If the number is not a prime, in other words a composite number, I break that down. 10 breaks down to 2 times 5, both of them are prime, so I stop there. So 30 is 2 times 3 times 5. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 5 is 30. Over here I've done 30 again, but this time I've broken it down to 5 and 6. 5 is a prime, so I stop there. 6 is not a prime, so I break that down to 2 and 3. So 30 is 2 times 3 times 5, which is what we had here. So it does not matter which way we break the number down, there's only going to be one correct answer. Here I've broken down my 24 as a product of primes. 24 is 3 times 8, 3 is a prime, so I stop. 8 is 4 times 2, 2 is a prime, so I stop. 4 is 2 times 2. So 24 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. To find the highest common factor of two numbers, one way you can do it is write down all the factors. So I'm trying to find the highest common factor of 30 and 24. All the factors of 30 I've written out here. All the factors of 24 I've written out here. The largest number in both groups is the 6. So 6 is the highest common factor. The only problem with that method is that some numbers have a lot of factors and it can take time to find them. Another way you can do it is break down the 30 and 24 into prime factors, just like we've done up here. Next step, make pairs. You can only make pairs with the prime numbers. They have to be on different trees and you can only use the number once. So I've got a pair of 2's, I write that down. I've got a pair of 3's, I write that down. 2 times 3 is 6. I can't make a pair with the 6's because it's not a prime. I can't make a pair with these two 2's because they're on different trees. I can't make a pair with this 2 and that 2 because I've already used it in this pair. The third way is the quickest way to find the highest common factor. Here we divide the big number by the smaller one. How many 24's are there in 30? There are 1. 1 times 24 is 24. 30 minus 24 is 6. Second step. The number that did the dividing gets divided on the next step and we divide by the remainder. How many 6's are there in 24? There are 4. 4 6's are 24. 24 minus 24 is 0. Here I'm finding the highest common factor of 60 and 84. I divide the big number by the smaller number. How many 60's are there in 84? There are 1. 1 times 60 is 60. 84 minus 60 is 24. 60 did the dividing, so now it gets divided by this remainder. How many 24's are there in 60? There are 2. 2 times 24 is 48. 60 minus 48 is 12. 12 is my remainder. 24 did the dividing on this step, so now it gets divided. How many 12's are there in 24? There are 2. 2 times 12 is 24. Subtract 0. The last number that did the dividing is the highest common factor. Here I'm finding the highest common factor of 36, 96 and 60. One method we can use is find the highest common factor of these two numbers, and then I'm going to use that number to find the highest common factor with this one here. So I'm finding the highest common factor of 60 and 96. I use the same method as I did over here and I found the highest common factor is 4. Now I find the highest common factor of 4 and 36 using the same method, and in fact 4 is the highest common factor because it was the last number that did the dividing. To find the lowest common multiple of two numbers, one way we can do it is write out the multiples until we get two numbers the same. So I'm trying to find the highest common lowest common multiple of 30 and 24. I write down the multiples of 30, that's my 30 times table. I write down the multiples of 24 and I stop when I get two numbers the same, which is 120. So 120 is the lowest common multiple of 24 and 30. It is the smallest number in the 24 and 30 times table. A second way of doing it, which is a lot quicker, is multiply the two numbers together and divide by the highest common factor. Now we know the highest common factor of 24 and 30 is 6. So we go 24 times 30 divided by our 6. Quick tip, do the division first. 30 divided by 6 is 5. 24 times 5 is 120, which is what we had over here.